Hey cream cheese lovers, it's Nikki Moon again. I am making you another entree tonight, but this one I'm making in place of my sister. See, when I first saw that it was entree week 2, my first thought was, oh my gosh, my sister has to do her taco pasta recipe. But then I thought again and realized that my sister is 8.5 months pregnant, therefore won't be able to come to Savannah. So I am making this recipe in honor of my sister because it's her recipe and it has become a family favorite. It's so good. So what we do, it's basically the mix between tacos and a good old pasta dinner night, but we're going to add taco seasoning and cream cheese to it. So it's really delicious. Wasn't sure about the whole Mexican-Italian mix until you tried it, and seriously, kids love it, adults love it, it's fantastic. So as you can see, I'm just browning up some turkey burger here. I use low-fat turkey burger in the place of hamburger. Use whichever you like, or you can use ground chicken as well. And I'm just going to add, I've got about a half a cup of finely chopped red onion here. It's a half of a large onion, so it turns out to be about half a cup. Just going to get that all in. And then also 3 to 4 cloves of finely diced garlic. About a tablespoon it ends up being. So we're going to put that in there. Just get some really good flavors going in our turkey burger here. That's the one thing working with turkey burger, you kind of have to add a lot of flavor. It doesn't have that natural flavor like hamburger does, but it's so much better for you. I love using it. So while this is going, I'm just going to point out, I already cooked our pasta. Now for this recipe, you can use whatever pasta you want to. This is just one of those Smart Choice rotinis, so one of our personal favorites in the house, but really I use whatever's on hand. So if you've got shells or macaroni or whatever you want to use for this, anything's really good. It's the flavor of the sauce that's really what's delicious in this. No one cares about what shape the pasta is, let me tell you. So we're going to chop this up, and while this is cooking here for the sauce, and I'm sorry, that's about a ½ pound of ground turkey. Now I want to point out, for the topping of this, what we're going to do is a sour cream and cream cheese mix. So in this bowl I have 1 cup of sour cream, and I have 8 ounces of the chive and onion Philadelphia cream cheese. And you have to make sure it's really softened. You'll see why. We're going to lay it over the pasta, and if it's not real soft, it's really tough to do. So either let it really get to room temperature and warm up. I usually put it on my oven, let it warm up there while my oven's preheating at 375. Otherwise, just pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Make sure to take that metal off first though. So I'm just going to mix the sour cream and the cream cheese really well there. Give this a toss here because it's really getting going. Make sure all that meat's all nice and broken up. It smells so good with the onions and the garlic in it. And then what I'm going to do, and again, if you've watched any of my recipes, you probably know by now, my husband and I like spicy stuff, so I'm going to add some cayenne. Again, if you don't like spicy, skip the cayenne, but we really love it. So I'm just going to do a sprinkle of cayenne in here, and that's going to give it a nice spicy kick to the top of that. And we're just mixing here really well. And my cream cheese, like I said, was really nice and soft, so this is mixing well for me with the sour cream. It's so good because it just melts down into the pasta with the sauce, and it's creamy and fantastic. So now that our turkey burger is cooking up really nice, and you can see that our red onions are becoming nice and translucent, which is just where we want them for something like a sauce, what we're going to do is add some red spaghetti sauce. Now you can use whatever kind you like. This is a jarred sauce because I had to work late tonight, but if you have homemade sauce, or I love to make big batches of homemade sauce and freeze it, you can thaw some of that, throw it in, really whatever you'd like here. That's why I always love to cook, being really versatile, because, you know, half the time what I cook is dependent on what is in my pantry. But it's about 20 ounces of tomato sauce. And then what we're going to add to this, the really taco part of this, is we're just going to add a packet of taco seasoning mix. So just open up 1 packet, again, whatever kind you like, whatever your favorite taco seasoning is, and you're just going to throw that in there. And then we're going to put some spices along with this. I have about 1/8 of a tablespoon of garlic powder, and we're going to sprinkle some oregano, probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon for each of these spices. We're going to sprinkle some basil in it. Gotta have the basil. And I'm just going to throw a tiny bit more cayenne in this just to give a little bit more kick. This is probably going to less than 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne. So we're going to mix this all in really well. You can really smell the sauce with the taco seasoning. It just smells fantastic. And while that is all incorporating really nicely, what we're going to do is I have a baking dish, 9 by 13, and I already sprayed it with some cooking spray. And I'm going to take my cooked noodles, and this is a full package of noodles. And like I said, I cooked it al dente because remember they're going to cook again. And I'm going to throw these noodles into our baking dish. Alright. This is all mixed in nicely, and we're just going to dump the sauce right on top. No need to be pretty here because we're going to mix it all right in. Like I said, just mix it on up. Okay. So now they're all in there. We're just going to kind of lie them flat here. And you know, honestly, give me some cheese and I would eat this by itself. But, like I always say, Philadelphia cream cheese makes everything better. So, we are going to take this and I'm just going to kind of scoop it across, and then in big scoops like this. And then I'm going to take a spatula and spread it all across the top before we put it in the oven. Like I said, it melts right into that pasta. It makes it just creamy and delicious and fantastic. I'm telling you, I haven't met a person that does not like this recipe. Even if it sounds kind of weird, I'm not going to lie, I thought it sounded kind of weird the first time I made it. But, oh, it's so good. Alright, so we're just going to take our spatula here. And I'm literally going to get the spatula in my bowl here because I want every drop of that cream cheese. And I use the green chive and onion cream cheese for this, and really you can use any cream cheese if you have original, but I would recommend if you use original, maybe add some extra garlic powder and seasoning, just to get a lot of flavor in this. But the green chive and onion is one of my favorite things because it has so much flavor and it's so easy to use. I actually put it in wraps. I like to make turkey wraps and tortillas during the day for lunch, and I found that the green chive and onion cream cheese is so good. I replaced mayo. Instead of using mayo, I just use the cream cheese. And the sun-dried tomato cream cheese, also fabulous, and wraps with some turkey and cucumbers. Oh, I love it. It's my favorite lunch every day. Okay. So we're getting this all spread out over it. Can't let any poor bites go untouched. So good. And now I have a cup of cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese. And we're just going to sprinkle this over the top. Really finish off our taco side of this. And then, like I said, I've got my oven preheated to 375 degrees. And so I'm going to throw this in the oven for about 25 minutes, half an hour. You'll know when it's done, when it's nice and bubbly and the cheese is getting nice and brown on top. And pull it out. I'm going to make some garlic bread in the meantime, and we're going to have a fantastic dinner at our house tonight. So I will see you back in about 35 minutes. Okay, welcome back. We took our time cleaning up while this was baking and just pulling it out of the oven. The whole house smells so good. And you can see the cheese just starting to brown, not too cooked, so it'll be dry. We're going to let this cool for a little while and then dig in. Alright, so you can see now we're all done, and it has the nice layers of our pasta with the sauce and the cream cheese, and then the cheddar cheese, and have it here with some garlic bread. It's still really hot, but I can't wait any longer. I need a bite. Oh, good. Thank you so much. Have a great night.